The biggest source of pollution in the ocean is directly from land-based sources. Thousands of tons of waste and trash are dumped into the ocean on a daily basis. More than 5 trillion pieces of plastic are already in the oceans. Nearly every piece of plastic ever made still exists today. Almost 80% of urban waste in India is dumped in the river Ganges. Over 1 million seabirds are killed by ocean pollution each year. The garbage dumped in the ocean every year is roughly around 14 billion pounds. Plastic is the major constituent. And by 2050, there will be more plastic in the sea than fish, by weight according to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation.
I'm off to visit the tiny, isolated coral atoll of Tuvalu in the South Pacific near Fiji. Tuvalu gained its independence in 1978. It began importing foreign goods and food, and with that came plastic. I realized just how tiny this nation was when I flew in over the atoll. Tuvalu is a microcosm of the entire planet, and they have nowhere to put the plastic. During World War II, in order to build an airstrip for the Allies in the Pacific Theatre, large quantities of coral were dug up and carted off to be crushed and mixed for the tarmac. Gaping holes left behind are called borrow pits. They were never filled back in and are now used for refuse.
How does a US Navy aircraft carrier handle its waste? With about 4,500 sailors on board, just shy of half the population of Tuvalu, the amount of waste generated every day is enormous. The US Navy is looking for a way to deal with shipboard waste without having to go into port. The belly of the latest aircraft carrier will be fitted with a gleaming maze of steel pipes to devour the ship's waste. Pyrogenesis of Montreal was contracted by the US Navy to develop a green technology capable of processing the waste generated by these sailors, transforming it back to its core elements. Better still, it has no detrimental effect on the environment, it runs off its own energy, and is affordable. If they could shrink the plant into the size of something that you can put into a shipping container, take to small islands like Tuvalu, set it up so that you can put in all of the rubbish that's existing on the island and have it turn into inert or non-toxic substances, that's going to go a long way to help solving the problems that exist on islands in the Pacific.